The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Hello, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to Monday's edition of The Love Talk Show. It's our second week here on Liberty Radio on DAB, and it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm your host, half of the duo of the hosts here. I'm James Marquez, and next to me is...
Helena Marquez. How are you? How is your evening going? How was your day? We are very happy to be back with yet another topic.
That's right. The Love Talk Show is here every Monday to Friday from 10 to 11 p.m. And today we're talking about one of the most sought after things in love life, in relationships. Love at first sight. Oh, how beautiful. How amazing. People look for this like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yes, everybody has a different opinion, which you will see when we share the street interviews with you. We do have our own opinion, but we want to hear from people first.
Did you ever believe in love at first sight?
No.
I did.
But when I looked at you, I thought, this is the man for me. This lad here has something.
But I tell you
Obviously,
something.
I don't call this first love at first sight, but I did think, I'm interested at the very first sight. Let's see what's there. And I'm glad I stuck around.
Yeah, I believed when I was growing up, I believed I had this idea of love at first sight, looking at someone.
You were very romantic, weren't you?
I was
You still are.
unhealthily romantic. Romantic in an unhealthy way. Believing in all kinds of fairy tales, right? You who know me, you would never think.
So
that,
whatever Hollywood sells you, you would be like, this is it for me.
of course, I wouldn't believe in fairies and this kind of stuff, but I had this wrong idea of love, that I would look at someone and our eyes would meet across a room.
Pick up the books at the same time from the floor.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, but thank God.
But love exists.
Love
we
exists.
can assure you of that. Yeah.
But thank God I was educated.
And well, this is our love talk show. But for you, is your love school.
Yeah, and I really like to hear the street interviews when we go to the street with questions about relationships. I like to hear that because it gives us a real understanding of, we're not interviewing 100 people, but it kind of gives us a gauge. It lets us gauge of how people feel about a certain topic. Later on, we'll hear what people have to say about love at first sight. But first, let's go into the intro. Let's understand the synopsis, the base of today's program. We'll be back in a second.
Have you ever been there? You walk into a room and then you see them. The world seems to stop. Time slows down. It's a moment straight out of a movie script. That powerful, undeniable rush. That's the magic of love at first sight. But what is that really? Is it a genuine fated connection from love at first sight? Or just a fleeting rush of chemicals clouding our judgment? The debate has been raging for centuries, and today, we're diving in. The truth is, people have very strong feelings on both sides. For the believers, it's a testament to destiny, a moment that defies logic and proves that true love is a potent magical force. A 2017 survey featured in Harper's Bazaar found that 67% of men and 58% of women believe in the phenomenon. For these romantics, that instant spark is the best possible start to a love story. However, for skeptics, that instant attraction is merely a biological response, a halo effect, where we project positive traits onto someone who is physically appealing. It's a powerful yet unreliable start, based more on surface-level infatuation than on a deep, enduring connection that develops over time. The good side is that it's an exciting, euphoric experience that can motivate you to pursue a relationship. The bad side is that it can cloud your judgment and lead you to ignore key incompatibilities. It's a risk. A poll by the dating site, 1 to 800 contacts, found that 38% of married couples felt their love began the first time they saw their partner. But here's the twist. The same study found that for these couples, the more profound love and understanding actually took longer to develop than for those who fell in love more gradually. So, is that initial spark a reliable indicator of lasting love? Or just a romantic lie we tell ourselves? What does it take to turn a magical moment into a lasting relationship? Does instant connection mean a deeper, more profound love? And what happens when you're riding that intense wave of feelings only to realize the person you fell for is entirely different from the person you thought they were? We're going to delve into the heated debate between believers and skeptics. Don't go anywhere. We've got the answers for you. You're listening to The Love Talk Show.
This is The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Okay, you've got the groundwork done. We've laid out the groundwork of what tonight is about. And I think from my initial description of how I felt and how I feel about love at first sight, you kind of get the idea of where I stand on this. But before we discuss it really deeply and we talk about the reason why we think the way we do on this topic, let's see what people in the street of London believe, how they see love at first sight. We'll come back in a moment.
Straight from the people, straight to you. The word on the street.
Do you believe in love at first sight, and why?
No, I'd say I don't. Just because I feel like you need to get to know the person as well. You might think one thing about them, and then as soon as they start speaking or you get to know them on a deeper level, it might not be what you initially thought. So I would say most times love at first sight doesn't pan out to be what it's meant to be. Yeah, I think you can look at someone and think, oh wow, they're amazing. But then over a period of time, when you get to know them on a deeper level, they don't, they're not who you thought they would be. How they behave, say, in a social circle, then how they behave, say, at home, the dynamic can change as you get to know them more. You might discover things that you like about them more or you dislike about them more. So I think really it's about building, connection and communication, rather than just looking at someone being like, oh yeah, that's the one for me. Because also you could have trauma or things that make you project onto someone as, oh okay, they're the one for me. They're strong, they're confident, they're assured of themselves. Maybe that's actually what you're looking for in yourself, and you're just projecting it on somebody else. So I think there's a lot of misconceptions you can make where you think you love them, but actually you don't. It's what you might see a trait in them that you really fancy, but that's because maybe somewhere in your childhood or your own experiences or history, you haven't been able to get that yourself, so you try and find it in somebody else instead.
Yes, I do believe in love at first sight, because I generally feel that I met someone this year and that correlates with that. And I think seeing someone and believing in that and understanding that is hard for certain people because they haven't seen that, but there is love out there, and when you feel it and when you know it, it's going to happen. And I definitely feel that at the moment, because I saw my love, Ada, shout out, on Valentine's Day, and we spoke online, barely. Didn't really see each other, but I saw her in person. I said, I don't want to get to know you online, I want to get to know you in person. I didn't even see what she looked like. It sounds like a weird thing nowadays, but I saw her and it just changed my whole conception on love, and I generally think it's something out there for anyone. It sounds cliche, but I think there was this kind of emotional connection instantly of feeling protected, almost like when I was a bit younger. I don't know, I had this instinct of I really felt welcomed into her looks and into her energy, because I feel like it's something way more deeper than just love. There's only one word for love, so I feel like it goes above and beyond with energy and different things. So when you really see that person and resonate with them, I generally believe that can come out to just be love at first sight, and that's that emotion that's really like hitting you hard and making you feel that way.
Yes, I do. It's just chemistry that it just happens, and that's it. Like you look into someone's eye, and you get the feeling that it's kind of the right person for you. I think it's an instant attraction. You kind of know how the person moves, because not only you look into someone's eye and you talk to them, but it's also a body language and a kind of a perspective of how the person feels with you. And if you give a vibe that feels secure and gives security, and yeah, I believe that kind of like exposing yourself and how you are proactive to somebody else, and then you're like, okay, this person is for me. It can last, but of course, every relationship, as you know, it's not a one-person job. It's a 50-50. Actually, it's 100%, and both of them, they have to be committed to it. So this is what I believe. It can last if both people are committed.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Okay, so out of
Well.
3 people, 2 believe in love.
It's a score of 2-1.
2-1. 2 believe in love at first sight,
Okay.
and one doesn't. So, you want to start, Len, or you want me to start?
Yeah, I mean, I wish we had interviewed older people as well.
Maybe, yeah, somehow they only interviewed men.
Yes. So it would be very interesting to know what they have to say about this. Just like us, we've been together, we've been married for 24 years. And now we have a very strong opinion on this because we lived it. We understand it from our own experience. So that would be interesting. But anyway, I agree with very much so with the first person who said, you've got to know the person, and then you will see if it's really love at the first sight or not. And I agree 100% with on that. I remember when we met, I was obviously, I'm Christian, so I prayed a lot about it. I didn't want to get it wrong, because I know that the more you date, the more scars you accumulate sometimes, which...
Look, you even made it rhyme. The more you date, the more scars you accumulate.
Well,
that
was unintentional. Should I copyright this? Anyway.
You should.
But what I'm trying to say is that I didn't want to get it wrong because of what I saw around me, siblings and friends. It is difficult for you to heal from this kind of thing. So I remember praying about this. And when I first met you, and this is the thing with love at first sight, is the look, is the eye contact that one of the people on the streets mentioned, which is very dangerous.
And they said chemistry, right?
Yes, when I looked at you, yes, I saw how confident you were and all that. I said, oh, I like that. Tick a very important box here on my list. And but I still said to myself, well, I need to get to know this person, so I can really be sure and certain. But the eye contact that one of the people mentioned, people mistake that by love when they gaze into each other's eyes and then they stay there for like a few seconds, like, oh, this is love. I think it may be attraction.
Yeah, I think maybe, well, right off the bat, I don't believe in love at first sight. But maybe we should say that there isn't love at first sight, but there is something at first sight. Something. What is that something? It's an attraction.
Yes.
Right? You felt attracted to that person. You liked the person's smile. You liked the person's confidence. You liked the person's appearance. Right? That's something.
Yeah, the first glance.
Yeah.
You liked it.
That's not everything. But that's something. And that counts for something.
It caught your attention.
Yes. And of course, why don't I believe in love at first sight? Why, I believe that you can meet someone and feel attracted to the person and vice versa. And, the person meets a certain criteria that you look for physically in someone. But why don't I believe in love at first sight, because for you to love someone, you have to know the person, and you cannot know someone when you first meet them. A lot of people say, look, when I met the person, I feel like we've known each other all our lives. When people say that, I get worried, because it's not easy to deceive someone. We see people being a victim of that all the time when people say what others want to hear. And because
Some people are professionals. They prey on
absolutely
on certain groups of people.
Yeah, and because they are professionals at deceiving others, they can make someone feel really special. That person made me feel wanted, made me feel valued, made me feel special. We hear that all the time. You have those programs. Actually, Elena and I like to watch these programs where you have these
Love scam things.
love scams and love rats, and it's always the same thing, right? It's the person
you learn
who,
a lot from it.
yeah, you go in very quickly in the relationship. Things move very fast, and perhaps if you would have asked that person in the weeks that things were moving very fast, they would have said it was love at first sight.
Yes.
And listen, I'm not telling you who are listening to this program who maybe you say, look, but I'm proof of love at first sight, because I met the person, we had this instant connection. I think you are proof of something at first sight. But love comes afterwards, because you cannot love someone that you don't know. Of course, you feel this attraction and things develop. And as you get to know the person, you get to love them like you've never loved anybody.
Yes.
And it's something that develops. To live in a life, Elena, like I believed wrongly in the beginning, to live our lives out, waiting for the moment that you're going to enter a shop, a hotel, a place, and the door is going to open, and the stars will align, and you will see this person out of 8 billion people. You see this person standing in front of you. That's the person you've been waiting your whole life. If that's how you want to find the person you will marry, the person you will spend your life with, it's like playing the lottery, and it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and obviously, here comes another disclaimer. You can call me Mrs. Disclaimer, because I do like disclaimers. Is that we're not here trying to offend anybody. I know there are some people who feel very strongly about love at first sight and all that, and the stars aligning. We are not here making fun of people who believe in that or any.
Of course not.
We are not. But please hear me out. Hear us out. Okay? We are doing something right. We've been together. We married young, not out of desperation or because we were obligated to marry or any of that. We did things the way it should be done. We did our homework, everything we've been discussing with you from the beginning of these episodes. And we can attest to some things, to many of the things we've lived that work. And the idea, the belief of love at first sight is so dangerous that, and we do talk to people who come to us for advice. We are available on every Thursday. We hold a seminar, as you know, the love therapy seminars at 8 p.m. But 7 p.m. we are available an hour before and after the seminar, just to talk to people who need advice. And over all these years, we see a pattern. People who believe in that love at first sight, they tend to move very quickly towards what they believe is happening. So they move in together within the 2 first months or first weeks. They move in too quickly. They don't do their checks. They don't do the. There's something we do.
Due diligence.
Yeah, but there's something we do. We do a risk assessment.
Okay.
Let me go very formal on you for a minute. You need to do a risk assessment. Even if your heart is beating fast, every time you think of the person, you're like, hold on a second, who is this person? I don't even know his surname properly. Or maybe I do, I don't know his middle names. So that should be worrying. That should be a red flag. What else? I haven't met his family. I don't know where he comes from. I just know he looks beautiful or beautiful
Handsome.
or handsome, and we gazed into each other's eyes. We now work together. So in the environment of work, let's do like a scenario here. It's all very fairy tale-y, but you don't know what the person is like at home, with their family, with their siblings, if they have another family, if they are fraudulent, you don't know. And something that people don't believe, but this is proven science. When you have, when you have fallen out with someone and you've got all these scars in your heart, you've been brokenhearted many times or whatever, people can pick up on some insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
People can easily, and they don't need to be psychologists, they don't need to be specialists, but people can pick up on some sort of neediness, some sort of, it's that person. For example, let's say that we met for the first time at the coffee shop, and I think that love at first sight exists. Because you were helpful, maybe I tripped over the stairs or whatever, you were being a gentleman, you were being a good citizen.
Mm-hmm.
The person sees how thankful I am and how pleased, oh my God, you were here at the right time. The person can immediately pick up on the fact that you believe in this kind of thing, and they can easily take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, but this is a deja vu too many times.
Believing in love at first sight, and I'm going to be here a little bit harsh, but I think this is important. Believing in love at first sight is being completely devoid of intelligence in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like believing in a fairy tale. And I'll tell you why. Because we use our intelligence for everything. You're going to buy a house, you look at pros and cons, you look at price, you look at what you can afford. You're going
Even
to
the neighborhood.
The neighborhood. You're going to choose a career. The same thing. You choose at something you like to do, something you're good at, a skill that you have, something you studied. But the only area, even when people get a dog, they use their intelligence more than when they go into a relationship sometimes. A person thinks of getting a dog, they think, well, I have to feed this dog, I have to find a place for this dog to do its business.
Can I afford it?
Can I afford him? I need to take the dog out every morning and every evening, all these kind of things. But when it comes to love life, we've bought into this idea that if you think about things, if you don't go completely and only and exclusively with your heart, it's no longer love. And that's wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's what you ask of someone when you ask them to believe in love at first sight. You're asking them to not think. Mm-hmm. You're asking them to take their thought process, put it in a drawer somewhere, lock it there, and come back to it when things go wrong. Mm-hmm. So you can see now how love at first sight is not the way to go looking for a relationship. Mm-hmm. You saw someone, you felt attracted to that person, you felt that you like what you saw, good. Mm-hmm. Now go, do your risk assessment, do your due diligence, and find out who this person really is. And then, after your connection, after your due diligence, then, as you find out who this person is, you're going to learn to love that person. Mm-hmm. Love is not something that you find, it happens in one day. You love because you learn, you see the person's flaws, the person's mistakes, the person's shortcomings, and still you love them. That is love. Otherwise, it is what they call puppy love at the beginning. Mm-hmm. We are going now to listen to a testimony and a beautiful song by Don Moen called Mi Corazón, meaning my heart in Spanish. And we'll come back in just a few moments.
Dad came over to the UK for a better life. And then after some years, he sent for me and my sister to come and join him. So we had to leave everyone behind, including our mum, who, although we were already in Uganda, we were not so much in contact with her. When I came over to the UK with my sister, everything was brand new for us. Dad introduced us to our stepmom and our home where we would now be living. And then soon after that, we went into school. Other children made fun of me, I remember. I really had to hold things in, and the only one I could actually speak with was my sister. And then after that, I got to college. Of course, I met new friends, and I wanted to go out, but my parents were so strict. They wouldn't allow us to do any of that. So those small things that I saw everyone else was doing and I couldn't do that, it really made me angry with my parents. But then when I turned 18, I went to live at the YMCA. So when I got there, I thought now I could explore and do everything that I wanted to do. I started going out with guys, I started going to the clubs, drinking, smoking. I'd even got tattoos on myself. I finished college, so I was working. And then I met someone while at work, and we went out for just a few weeks. And we got together. And then after we got together, I fell pregnant. We were already not on good terms. So we would be arguing a lot. I started to feel a lot of hatred now toward him, a lot of anger and frustration, because I felt like I had given myself to someone who in turn didn't, I would say, respect me and love me in the way that I had given to him. So of course there were so much negative feelings toward him because I felt like he had taken now a big part of me. I really didn't see a future there, so I had already cut that off. And I would have to do so much, of course, to rebuild myself and get in a good place. I had already told my parents I was expecting, and they were not too pleased. So, of course, I didn't have much support from them. I just felt like it was just me in the world. It was really a long time to be in, and in those moments I thought, either I'm going to have to have an abortion, or I'm going to have to just go all the way and just raise the child on my own. I now decided to have my baby. I couldn't go ahead with the abortion because I knew the impact of abortions, first of all, to the mother, and I just couldn't live with myself as well because I knew internally I just wouldn't be able to cope. This is now when I had gone to the hospital. This was the day that she was born. On this day, her dad didn't turn up. He turned up only later to see her. It was really tough because I was in the delivery room and I was on my own. This was my first child and I didn't know how I'm gonna cope. I had nowhere to go, really. So my sister came to visit. She helped me. She invited me to the Universal Church. When I came to the Universal Church, I felt a sense of peace, a sense of calm. I saw the youths were so happy. The assistants, I met them. They would be speaking with me and welcoming me. One specific assistant who sat down with me and spoke with me like a mother said to me that whatever else I wanted to do in life, even with my child, I could still do it because I thought life would now finish. Sorry. It wasn't words that I had received from anywhere else or anyone else. I kept her word and I kept on thinking about it, and I really knew that this was a good place for me. It was a good place for my child as well. I wasn't feeling alone anymore. I felt like I had someone to count on and someone to help me and advise me as well. I continued attending. I would continue taking the advice that the assistant would give me, and the pastors as well. I was starting to see certain things change in me now. I wasn't having so much hatred towards my daughter's dad. The grudges were starting to go now. I could feel within myself something different, something that wasn't me. I then met someone and we got to know each other a bit more, but there was still something missing because every time I was coming to the services, I was hearing about the Holy Spirit, hearing about a new life, about a transformed life. So I knew that having the Holy Spirit would lead me to now a better life. I didn't want to be the same me that everybody knew from before. So I insisted now on praying more, meditating, fasting, doing everything physically, of course, that I could do. Something also that I had to learn to do for myself was now to let go spiritually, because sometimes we do things and we don't forgive ourselves and we hold on to the past that we have done and the mistakes we have made. And so I had to learn to let go of these feelings, this negative side of me that I was still holding on to. Even though I wanted to know God, I was still having a part of me that I was still holding on to. And I just didn't know exactly how to let go of that. And that Sunday I prepared myself and I said, all right, God, it's now my time. I went in, locked the door, And I sought God. And in that moment, that's when I received the Holy Spirit. When I received the Holy Spirit, I was filled with joy. Everything that I had done wrong, I had just an urge to make everything right. Call the people that I needed to call, do everything that I knew now that I had to do to start living a new life. Today, I have a good relationship with my parents. We get on well, we speak. I'm happily married. My husband and I, we attend the services together. We evangelize together. We raise our children in the ways of God. We have moments where we sit down, we read our Bibles at home, we meditate on the Word of God. I attend the love therapies, and it's renewing and reviving for my marriage. I'm learning as well, still continuing to learn how to be a good mother to my children. I have a good job. I'm happy where I'm working. And these are treasures that I cannot exchange for anything in this world.
Me and my wife, we're now in the presence of God. We seek the Holy Spirit together and pray together. Everything. That's what keeps us stronger in our relationship. Basically, we put the Holy Spirit and God first.
Even if, I'm successful in every area of my life and I don't have God, I don't have His Spirit in me, then there's no purpose to my life. There's nothing more important in this world than to have the presence of God in you every day, waking up knowing that I am with God and He is with me.
My heart is filled with songs of praise. You gave me hope, you made a way. Now I long to live in your presence for all of my days. My soul sings, my spirit shouts. With every breath, I'm crying out, I want to live for you alone. You have captured my heart, mi corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón. Amazing grace has rescued me. You paid the price, you set me free. I will sing your praises forever, my Savior and King. My soul sings, my spirit shouts. With every breath, I'm crying out, I want to live for you alone. You have captured my heart, mi corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón. Story how you rescued me. I'm the guilty one, but you sacrificed your son, your one and only. Now I stand before you, blameless and holy. heart, mi corazón. Lord, I give you my whole heart, mi corazón.
This is the Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Love Talk Show with James Marquez.
And Helena Marquez.
Every Monday to Friday here from 10 to 11 p.m. talking about intelligent love.
Welcome back.
We just covered the subject of...
A painful subject for some people.
Painful for some, that's right.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
But listen, sometimes taking the right medication that takes the pain away hurts in the moment, but it solves the problem. And we believe what we spoke about is very important.
It makes sense.
When it comes to love at first sight. And in a few moments, we are going to read a question here about relationships. Usually most programs, we have a question that deals with relationships. But I want to let you know that every Thursday at 8 p.m. here at the Rainbow Theater, here where we are recording this program from, we have a Love Life seminar that is free for you to attend. You don't pay anything. And not only in the seminar, you get the tools to learn how to create, because a happy, healthy marriage is created. It doesn't fall out of the sky. Sometimes people say, well, James, you are so lucky that you found Elena when you were...
No.
But it takes hard work, right? And in the love therapy, you learn how to work to build a happy marriage. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. at the Rainbow Theater. The address is number 232 7 Sisters Road, London N4 3NX. And you can call to book an appointment. Usually we are available before and after the service for advice and counseling.
Yes.
And if you want to book an appointment, you can call that number.
And it's free of charge.
Absolutely.
Let me just make sure that people out there remember, you do not have to pay for anything. Just your travel. Make yourself, make your way to the church, and we'll be there ready to speak to you.
That's right. And if you want to talk to someone about your problems, about, you need a prayer, we're here for you. The number to call is 020-7686-6000. 020-7686-6000. Well, let's go for the question of tonight. Let's answer the question on love life for tonight.
Real stories, real dilemmas, real solutions. Only on the Dear Love Talk Show.
I'm 43 years old and struggling with something that my family won't accept. I'm interested in a younger man who is 25 years old. He is very kind, has a beautiful personality, and is very understanding. He gives me attention, which is something rare to find these days. How can I go about this?
Well, who goes first?
Well, I'm waiting for the question one day when we will release the hounds. Look out for the day. There will be a program, I don't know when, but we will release the hounds. This is not the one yet, but
the hounds are at the door. They want to come out just by hearing this one.
Listen, we again, we don't want to sound repetitive, but when it comes to relationships, we cannot live in a fairy tale kind of environment. If you are 43 years old and the guy is 25, I know that people say age is just a number. But who are these people who say this?
I would like to have a chat with those people.
Who are these people? Because they are not in a relationship like that. And maybe say, look, James, but there's an exception to every rule. Sure. But I personally do not know someone who has that much of an age gap. And things are great. Because if you're 43, he's 25. When you're 63, he's going to be 45. And it's just like when he's at an age where he's thinking about, I still got another 20 years to work and I want to make money to do this and this and this. You are thinking of retiring. It's you're going to be at different stages of your life. And if anybody tells you, listen, these guys in this program, they're lying to you. You should go live your life. But be realistic. Have your feet on the ground. Don't be away with the fairies. Have your feet on the ground because, listen, you may get a couple of years at most in this relationship where things are great. But when reality kicks in, at 25, men already mature later than women.
Yeah.
At 25,
I was going to say something about that.
The guy is thinking of playing Fortnite on his PlayStation.
He's probably doing that actually.
Absolutely. 25? And you're thinking of, at 43, you think,
don't want to offend any 25-year-olds out there, but probably he enjoys the online gaming. He goes to bed super late, gets to work late because he says it's the bus or the underground, but it's actually he was late playing games online until late. So, it's the late. I mean, listen, as a woman, at this age, I'm a bit older than that, you want peace, you want stability, you want to be understood, you want a mature man by your side.
After work, you want to go home and cuddle up under the covers.
Exactly. You don't want to go to noisy restaurants anymore.
Nightclubs.
Neither does your spouse. You are happy with a takeout, with a movie, watch something in the house, buy yourself your favorite ice cream if you are allowed, depending on your cholesterol levels. That's the kind of thing we talk about at this age because we want to age healthily. So we are very careful with our sleep, with our well-being. So we are very centered. And at 25, you are not yet stable many times. I don't know how to put this in a nice way, but you did not disclose how his finances are comparing to yours.
Yeah, that's another very big issue.
It is because, when you see your friends or your family members telling you, hey, so-and-so, be careful, this young man or this young woman, goes both ways. He's trying to take advantage of you, and then you go like, no, it's the world against me and my boyfriend. These people are jealous of us. Listen, there might be some truth to what they are saying. You don't have to accept it immediately, but take a step back and look at the situation. If you find yourself buying things you're buying stuff for this 25-year-old, he never has money, he's always like full of excuses on things, on commitment, transparency. Where were you? Oh, I was just late, blah, blah. Listen, these are warning signs. And again, we want everybody to be very happy, and this is why we are here every night.
Yeah.
But there are warning signs, and we are here to help you.
A few years ago, someone told me something which I was thinking about, and this makes a lot of sense. Someone said, look, 9 times out of 10, when you ask a question, you already know the answer. And I think this is a case exactly of this. You are asking this question because you know this is a problem waiting to happen. Okay? Like we said,
you are not certain. So that uncertainty is making you write to us because you know there's something is off.
Yeah.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah. So, like we said, you might get a few months, a few years out of this relationship and everything seems great. But a relationship has 2 stages. It has the enjoyment stage, where you don't really think of anything about the future. Not that later on it's not enjoyable, of course it is. But then you start planning a life.
Real life kicks in, right?
Yeah, and when those first few months are gone, and you start asking yourself, where are we going with this? You're going to start to see that you wasted those few months because there isn't really any future there. And if you want to save yourself hurt and not to waste time, be honest with yourself and be honest with this person and tell them, look, I care about you, I like you, but I don't see that there's a future here. Again, are we telling you to do that? Well, you wrote asking for our advice, and we are giving you this advice based on our experience, not just with each other, but with the many couples that we advise, and we've seen many examples exactly like this of huge age gaps. And when reality kicks in, people then realize this is not really going to work. And you know, the good side is that if you understand this, you will see that if you ask God for direction, He will provide someone for you. You cited qualities of being very kind, beautiful personality, and understanding. Doesn't say anything here about integrity, about character, faithfulness. But you can find God has someone for you who is all of these things you mentioned, but also has integrity and character, and is on the same level that you are.
I think that it is easier maybe for this lady, this 43-year-old lady, to think that this may be it, because it is. I can see the appeal, how appealing this could be, because he's young, he hasn't messed up much yet, he hasn't, he's still childish, let's put it plainly. So hence why he's got a light personality. So it's easier for her to handle. If you see, there are some things there, psychologically speaking, that are not very stable.
Yeah, that's the reality.
Yeah,
look, the
but
reality.
It's not the best for you.
Yeah, the reality is that you haven't really assessed the reality of the situation to see that you are going to be looking after a child.
Yeah. And when you enter the difficult years, you know, you're getting older, you want a mature man by your side, and maybe he's going to be like, oh, I'm so bored, we're staying home again, etc., etc., etc.
That's right. So that's our advice. We're not the ones to tell you, end this, don't end this. But the reality of the matter is that you are both at completely very different stages in your life, and you have to see what you want out of this, whether you want this to be a long-lasting relationship or if it's just something you want for a few months. And if that's what you want, then it's up to you. But like Elena said, what did you say that rhymed? The more you date, the more you...
I even forgot.
The more scars you create.
Oh, goodness. I think it was something along those lines.
The more you date, the more scars
But you know, James, there's a book out there which I totally recommend called Bulletproof Dating. My goodness. Such listen, so easy to read, so many intelligent tips. If you can get your hands on one of those, do. Bulletproof Dating. Yeah,
we actually stock those at our help centers.
By Renato Cardoso, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get one of those there.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I hope that the program today has been helpful. We're back tomorrow at the same time, and I believe that love is intelligent. Yes. Remember that love is intelligent. We're gonna leave you with another song, a final song. And we are back tomorrow at the same time from 10 to 11 p.m. here with the Love Talk Show. Until next time, have a wonderful night.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There's torn up pages in this book, words that tell me I'm no good, chapters that define me for so long. But the hands of grace and endless love dusted off and picked me up, told my heart that hope is never gone. God is in this story, God is in the details, even in the broken parts. He holds my heart. He never fails. When I'm at my weakest, I will trust in Jesus. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. God is in this story. So if the storm you're walking through feels like it's too much and you wonder if he even cares at all, hold on tight to what you know. He promised he won't let you go. The song of healing's written in his scars. God is in this story. God is in the details. Even in the broken parts, he holds my heart. He never fails. When I'm at my weakest, I will trust in Jesus. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. God is in this story. If it reads like addiction, if it reads like disease, he's the one who frees the prisoner. He's the healer of all things. If it reads like depression, if it reads broken home, he's the one who holds your sorrow. He won't leave you here alone. God is in this story. God is in the details. Even in the broken parts, he holds my heart. He never fails. When I'm at my weakest, I will trust in Jesus. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. Always in the highs and lows, the one who goes before me. God is in this story. God is in my story.
That wraps up the Love Talk Show. Till tomorrow.